Ladies and gentlemen, we are live right now. Hey, how you doing? Unbelievable. Thank God bless you. Ladies and gentlemen, in the last 30 seconds, I've run into 3 listeners walking down by the Houses of Parliament. I mean, my God, Infowars is on fire in Britannia. And there is Big Ben, now called Big Queen Elizabeth II, literally named after Queen Elizabeth. And we are here, and this is unprecedented. Watson, where are you at? Watson. I just ran into 3 people that are listeners in like 20 seconds.
I've been following you on here, trying to track you down.
Oh my God! You're a listener too.
Also, yeah.
My God! I mean, this is insane. We just ran into 3 guys right there.
Yeah.
That shows people are awake, huh?
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. I mean, it's not about our show being big. It's about the fact that people are really waking up. What's your name? What do you want to say to folks out there?
Mark. I don't know what to say. Because I watch you every day. And when you said you were coming down to Big Ben, I thought, you know, I live in London.
Oh, that's why I run into listeners. You guys came down here. Only said it about an hour. Wow. Is that why you came down?
Yeah, I'm from London.
Oh, that's why I just ran into a bunch of listeners. Wow. That was crazy. Well, God bless you.
Yeah,
We're going to go broadcast out on the bridge live.
Oh.
Very exciting. Well, it's not called Big Ben anymore, though. It's supposed to call it Queen Elizabeth, our supreme leader.
Yeah. I'm Scottish, she's no leader of mine.
I'm being sarcastic. Hey, she's a McAdoo. Look right there.
That's right, good Scottish name as well. Gotta say.
All right, buddy. Good to see you.
Good to meet you, man.
Good to meet you, sir. Awesome. God bless you. All right, let's go, guys. Let's go to the next level. Wow. What are those birds circling, Paul?
Vultures.
Vultures. Ladies and gentlemen, we are broadcasting live. Now, I thought we'd really gotten crazy because I got out of the car, and every person we ran into was a listener. But now I figured it out. They heard me say an hour ago we were coming down here. And this is just insane. Hey, how you doing? Oh, my gosh. Everybody's awake down here. What is going on in England, Watson? People are really awake, man. People have been listening. There is Big Ben, now known as Queen Elizabeth. Not joking, they've renamed it. It's like Queen Elizabeth Tower, right, Watson?
No, it's still Big Ben.
It's still Big Ben, even if they say so? Even if they say it doesn't exist? How's my audio, guys? Because there's some high winds out here. Sound fine? Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing a historic moment as Bilderberg is blown wide open. Wow, what's that new building? Is that the Shard?
Yeah.
It's like an alien spacecraft that's landed. Again, we're down here exposing Bilderberg 2013, and we're right down here at Big Ben. Great job of the whole crew. We drove in here from northwest of London in about 45 minutes, and we are here. There is Big Ben for people watching at Infowars.com/Bilderberg. Jakari Jackson, David Knight, what do you make of these images that we're showing you here? We may have found life in England.
Well, it's very encouraging to see all those listeners.
The New World Order.
It's very encouraging to see all those listeners you were able to find out there in just a short period of time.
Absolutely. It's unbelievable. We've got listeners all over the place here. And I had no idea that I'd say like an hour ago that I was coming down here. And this is a huge complex. They could never know where we'd randomly park. There's the big London Eye right there. That I run into like 6 or 7 listeners. And then other people walking by are waving and saying, "We hate Piers Morgan." I guess that aired on every channel over here when that happened. I'm about to take you out on the Thames River here. The audio from the network is really low, guys. I can barely hear Jakari. If you can boost it, thank you. The crew's amazing. Again, we're all just testing out new technologies out here. David Knight, what do you make of this?
Hey, I saw it looked like you had the statue of Cromwell there on the side. I wonder, they must have put him on the opposite side of the Queen Elizabeth Tower.
They did, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of a oil and water thing there, I guess. Cromwell doesn't go too good with royalty.
No, he killed him, didn't he?
Yeah. He took over for why he actually cut the head off of King Charles II, I think. I don't know, I have to brush up on my history a little bit.
Yeah, a bunch of my ancestors were involved with Cromwell, and then they were the Pilgrims after that and moved to the U.S.
Yeah. Well, it looks great.
Because I'm a Vatican assassin. I'm involved with Cromwell. Anyways, I just keep reporting on how awake people are. I think there's the Thames, folks. I think that's really the main issue here, is that people are so awake. What do you say, Jakari Jackson?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, David. Not David, sorry, Alex. Do you think it's because Bilderberg is in town, or maybe that's a question for Watson? Are people normally informed and awake?
You know, Jakari, I think it's a complex of a bunch of different issues, but people know they're being screwed. They know they're being lied to. They know that mainstream media is deceiving them, so they're looking for answers. And not many people are willing to get outside the box in the media, but there's massive numbers of people who aren't in media who are awake. And so that's what's happening right now is humanity, it's on so many levels, is just ready for freedom. They're ready for reality. They're ready for the truth. And they're tired of being told there's no back rooms. There's no special interest. You know, we're going to take hundreds of billions of dollars every few months from the U.S. and give it to private interests, but the details of that are secret. We're going to give tens of billions of pounds every month of UK money and give it to private interest. And then you find out it's not even public debt. It's money for them. People get it, that not only are these people robbing us, they're robbing us to make us poor, to politically control us. So,
and you're right there. You're right there in front of the Parliament building, because it's not just Big Ben that's there, but that's the Westminster building right there. That's where Parliament meets. And that's where they're having this big lobbyist scandal that's happening right now, where they're talking about transparency and accountability. And at the same time, just up the road at Bilderberg, they've got just the opposite of transparency and accountability on a massive level.
Well, that's right. And this is about reawakening to the fact that there are special interests that want to try to control our lives. And so that's what this is about. But we've got British members of parliament, German members of their Bundestag coming out who've been Bilderberg attendees, and they're saying it's wrong and it's evil. So they've gone from it doesn't exist to now it exists, but don't worry about it. I know I've said that 100 times. This is a big deal right now, that people all over the world are discovering that they can't just be trusting lemmings. And once we're not trusting lemmings anymore, now we begin to study how the world really works. We start playing the real game of life. They want us playing, you know, fake video games, watching movies, being obsessed with Hollywood crap, while the real world is actually going on all around us. And Paul Watson here today, what is your take on the different things that are unfolding here as we're here by the Parliament, while we have this huge scandal going on because of lobbying with members of Parliament having to step down, but then the real lobbying's going on at Bilderberg?
Well, I mean, you've got 140 of the world's most influential people meeting at Bilderberg. You've got them all involved in lobbying. You've got people involved in the LIBOR scandal, the HSBC shipping, laundering drug money. You've got people involved in the subprime mortgage collapse, all visiting Bilderberg. And then you've got the mainstream media here in the UK focusing on a lobbying scandal, which is 10 times lesser in importance. And then the state media, the BBC, turns up at Bilderberg, says it's all conspiracy theory. They've got no power, doesn't really exist. And it's amazing. It's embarrassing, actually. I find it embarrassing.
Well, Paul, I'll ask you, because Alex had brought up the point that all the people he had met so far are so awake. Since you're more familiar with the area, are people more, awake in general, or is it because you think Bilderberg's in town?
No, actually, we've been traveling to several different places, and a lot of the people aren't even aware of Bilderberg, but they're generally awake. They know who Alex Jones is. And Alex was actually saying, in comparison to a lot of places in America, they're very docile. And when he came over here to Europe, the general state of people being awakened was very noticeable. We've talked to a lot of enlightened people already. People are coming up to Alex on the street every 10 seconds.
Say hi to some of our listeners.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Just talking about the fact that a lot of people are more awakened here in Europe compared to Texas.
Well, I mean, I got a lot of listeners awake, but the people are more tuned in.
Yeah. So that's what we've experienced so far in the first few days.
Love it. I like the
Right. So we're just watching the footage. If you're a new watcher, new listener, you can go to Infowars.com/B. Also, Infowars.com/listen. #Bilderberg, and you can follow all the Infowars updates. We're watching some of the viewers and listeners who are meeting Alex and the crew right now. They're outside Big Ben
and Parliament.
Yes.
Paul, you mentioned HSBC, the money laundering, the drug issues going on there. Maybe that explains why David Petraeus is there. Maybe they needed some help doing the money laundering and the drug trade a little bit better. He's had so much experience there with the CIA, and Afghanistan. Maybe he can offer HSBC a little bit of pointers.
Are you a listener?
Yeah.
That's quite possible, yes. I guess he's got a lot more time on his hands now.
That's right. That's right.
But there's a lot of interesting people out. We've heard Bill Gates is in London for a function.
Hey, tell folks all the listeners that are showing up.
We're just
Yeah, we
being
can
mobbed
see
by
the listeners.
We only got around the corner, just looking around Big Ben. We're being mobbed.
It's getting harder and harder for Alex to cover anything because everybody recognizes him.
It's amazing, and we're expecting at least a couple of thousand people at Bilderberg. It's going to be a massive crowd. They're already starting to crack down with the security, the police pushing us back.
Right.
It's already turning into a circus, but, you know, it's exciting.
So, Paul, tell us how people can catch up with Bilderberg. Actually, if they're physically there in the location, where do they need to go? What do they need to know?
Well, it's in Watford. You go to Watford Junction train station, and then the Grove Hotel is literally about 10-minute taxi ride from there. Watford is obviously northwest of London. It's 20 minutes direct from London on a train. So anyone in the area, you know, they've really got no excuse. They've got to be there. And we're expecting a massive turnout, and I'd encourage everybody to
get marijuana out here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Watson, we saw the videos of them checking people's papers going in and out of neighborhoods. Can somebody expect to have their papers checked if they try to go to the hotel?
Yeah, I've grabbed the audio here. So yes, it's martial law in Watford. Is basically what's going on. And again, we are here. Can you guys see the images for PrisonPlanet.tv viewers?
Yes. Yes.
Can you see the image of Big Ben? How cool is this to be broadcasting live from here?
That looks great. Looks great.
Oh, Big Ben's going off. Listen, hold on. Listen. Babylon. Can you hear it, guys?
Yeah, we can hear it.
Yep. Coming through good.
You can hear it bonging?
Oh, yeah, we can hear it. Wow. So what time of day is it out there, or night?
It's like, what is it, 8 o'clock at night? What time is it? 8:45.
Okay, so
Right
what time can people
Flames.
expect, Alex, what time can people expect the festivities, or whatever you want to call it, to kick out over at Bilderberg?
I mean, there's already a lot of protesters showing up, but tomorrow afternoon's when it all starts as we identify the real globalist threat. And I guess it bongs at 15 minutes till.
Tomorrow is when you're really going to see a lot of pickup and activity there at Bilderberg. Is that correct? Because you were there Monday. They hadn't even cordoned off the rooms on Monday. And then yesterday, people really hadn't started to arrive. So I guess today they're starting to arrive.
The police just showed up there today. We just got there early as an advance team. But you guys want to go to the other side of the bridge? Well, I appreciate you guys working so hard. We've got an amazing amount of videos that have already been uploaded. Hi, how you doing? Did you come down here, or were you already down here?
No, I came to see you.
Well, you're awesome.
Well,
so just like an hour and a half ago, is all of you guys are on tape? You want to be on video?
Sorry?
If you don't want to be on video, that's okay. I won't show you. But... Oh, look at this. A bunch of listeners. So you heard me an hour and a half ago say we were coming down by Big Ben, and you're here.
Yeah, all my mates were watching the show. They said come down.
Well, that's fantastic. Yeah. How many people in the UK are listening to the show?
There's a lot. Yeah.
I've been on trains with like a third of the people that listen. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot, yeah.
You think about the last 10 you were here? How many were there?
No, this is like 10 times the last time I was here.
So it just shows you the power.
Yeah, people are waking up.
Yeah, well, people can see it's crap, isn't it?
Can we say death to the New World Order?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Well, it's a real pleasure meeting all you guys. Peace and love. Another listener right there. I guess we're in the fading light here, but it's definitely nice. I tell you, Paul, this is crazy.
It's a circus.
You want to cross the street, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, we could go down there.
Jakari, David Knight, what do you guys got lined up for the nightly news? Let's cross here so we can. Is there a cross right over there?
For the nightly news tonight at 7 p.m. Central, we'll have a contestant from the Operation Paul Revere contest. We'll be covering a lot of news such as this, the Wi-Fi in your house, tracking you, as well as any new Bilderberg updates that you guys have out of London. So it's going to be a good show tonight. I believe Rob Duke's going to do the interview. I'll do the news portion tonight at 7 p.m. Central. Also, I just want to point out that we've uploaded like 10 videos today.
because we're having the same phone to do the live broadcast, we haven't uploaded the BBC lady yet. But we shot
that's the one that we really wanted to show. You guys gonna have that one ready?
Absolutely. You'll have to dig through the videos we upload. Part of it's already up there, but where she was trying to... Oh, here we go. Hey, Watson, what's the word she used? She was trying to make me mad. Provoke me. She's like, it does not exist.
Well, Alex, we may have some new listeners, so can you tell that story again?
Well, it's just the BBC wanted to interview me, so I drove down there, and they're like, what are you talking about, conspiracy theories? There's no New World Order. She kept saying the same thing, and then after the camera turned off, she said, I was trying to provoke you. So it's just all like a big game. Keep the public in the dark, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, we're not even trying to, like, be fancy pants reporters. We just are trying to keep people in the light here. We're just trying to get people informed and free. There's the London Eye.
Yeah, we can see it there. If you're watching on prisonplanet.tv, Infowars.com/B as in Bilderberg, also Infowars.com/show. Now, Alex, there's something I've been wanting to ask you since you got there. If I can ask you a quick question. What do the people think of your horrible British accent?
Very well. Thanks for everything.
Did you randomly come by or did you hear we were out here? Oh, you're listening. You want to be on tape or not?
Nice to meet you.
You want to say something on camera or not?
No.
Well, God bless you, sir. It's great to run into so many listeners.
All the best.
God bless you, man. God bless you. Wonderful to meet you. Man, we are just running into tons of people out here, Jakari and David. How exciting is it? They don't want us to know that humanity's awakening, do they?
No. And Alex, I asked you the question, what do the real British people think of your horrible British accent?
I think they like it. But one guy on the train said he was a listener, but then when I did the whole room of the stool thing, he said, I think they ought to spend money to send you back. So
did you ask them what they thought about Piers Morgan? Your Piers Morgan appearance?
I'm telling you, we're running into a ton of listeners out here, Jakari. This is crazy. It's like being in Fight Club or something, man. I was talking to the cops off record, and it was like Fight Club. Like I'm turning into the fat Tyler Durgan. I'm sorry, what were you guys saying?
No, I was asking, did anybody have an opinion of your Piers Morgan experience?
You've heard a ton of that. They said it was on every TV channel over here. Yeah. Hey, buddy, what was your take of the Piers Morgan thing? Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
What'd you think?
I thought you tore him apart. He deserved everything that he got, and I don't think he could have done better.
Jakari Jackson here, and I want to talk to you for a second about water. You know about ProPure, our flagship water purification system, but check out some of our portable water filter products at InfoWarsStore.com. The clearly filtered water pitcher. Also, for those of you on the go, we have the Athlete Edition filtered water bottle and the RAD Eliminator Pro filtered sports bottle that removes radiation. And keep in mind, we have replacement filters for all of these products. The ever-popular grab-and-go bag favorite, the Life Straw, the Crystal Quest shower filter system, and the Aquapod kit, great for mass storage of water. And while you're at the InfoWars shop, pick up a copy of our latest book, 31 Days to Survival. You can find all this and more at the InfoWarsStore.com, and don't forget it's your support that funds our operation. Sign up for our free newsletter at Infowars.com/newsletter.
Folks, final segment of Overdrive here. We've got great listeners showing up quite a bit, like 10, 15 people now out here because we're broadcasting live from right by Big Bend, talking to a lot of great people out here. And England and the UK is really waking up to the New World Order as we cover Bilderberg 2013. Very, very exciting. And just a lot of listeners out here, a lot of people that are awake to what's going on, and people are really waking up to the shadow government. And the fact that there are just hundreds of articles. It was like 50 articles yesterday, 20 the day before, 15 the day before, exponential coverage. And the fact that the BBC has to come here and try to spin it, the London Telegraph has to spin it, the International Business Times, Financial Times, they're all covering it. It's very, very exciting. And now members of the British Parliament are criticizing Bilderberg in the midst of this big scandal dealing with lobbying. And that's something David Knight has been pointing out, is the big lobbying scandal. This is the ultimate lobbying scandal. And I keep repeating that because this information is key. So we'll continue to have live feeds tonight at Infowars.com/Bilderberg. People all over the world just watch that space. They're all being archived there also at Infowars.com and on the YouTube channels. We've got a bunch of videos we haven't even had time to upload yet from today and tomorrow. The big event kicks off with all the globalists arriving. We need activists all around that multi-thousand-acre facility to catch all the limousines of people coming in. They've ordered the police to try to keep people away so they can't photograph the 20 to 50, it varies every year, globalists that arrive secretly who don't want to be photographed. So it's important that alternative, real grassroots media show up en masse to show what this would-be shadow government is up to. And I want to thank the listeners that have shown up, the media people to help us run camera here. Thank you very much. And just awesome to see all you out here. It's crazy. About an hour and a half ago, I mentioned I was going to drive over here, and we've had a lot of people come by, and it's very, very exciting. How you doing, sir? And countless people honking when they drove by. And also out there, it just shows people are awake, and you're the future out there. You're the leaders. You're aware of what's going on. So start your own podcast, start your own YouTube channel, start speaking out in your community, your own newsletter, your own newspaper. We are the people. We're the resistance. We're the media, and we've now identified the shadow government. We're going to force our elected governments who have been bought and paid for by these people to start responding to it. This is the beginning of the end of the globalist. Thank you so much for running camera for you. You're very, very sweet. You're awesome. Thank you. So that, without further ado, is the end of the main transmission. Jakari Jackson, David Knight, do you have any more points that you'd like to make?
Well, tomorrow is when things are really going to pick up, as you were saying, because that's when the conference actually starts. You've been doing preliminary work and talking about the background of what's being set up there, the fences, that sort of thing, the identity checks. But it's tomorrow that it's really going to get started. So we're going to see a lot more happening tomorrow. Absolutely.
And we're going to have more live feeds coming up tonight. And then before the show even starts, we're up like 6 hours ahead of you guys. So at 3 a.m. or so, live feeds start at Infowars.com/Bilderberg, and follow us on Twitter at Real Alex Jones. But whatever you do, obviously most of you can't be here because they've destroyed the economy. We can barely afford to come here. So most of you can just simply spread the word on Twitter, Facebook, Infowars.com, YouTube, everywhere else. But look at just part of the crowd that has shown up by me just an hour and a half ago mentioning I was going to come here. And we've had people walking by waving at their listeners. Truly, oh, look, diplomatic immunity, royal vehicle driving by right there above the law. The globalists are no longer above the law. The UN and Monsanto are no longer above the law. We, the people, demand justice, and we're taking our planet back. So great job, guys, and good luck there on the nightly news. Tonight, the revolution against global tyranny will be televised, gentlemen. So take us away. I'm signing off now with final images here on the Thames in the UK in jolly old England.
Visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. When you're on the site, you can also tune in 24 hours a day to my daily radio broadcast. There's also a free iPhone app to listen to the syndicated radio show when and where you want.